to know
because
you.
I can't meet Ethan and just go on a date with him and say this is the man for me. Of course, even by the time I was meeting Ethan, I was going on coffee dates and whatever.
Yes, coffee dates was the word.
Yeah, he did. And he had even more people he was sampling.
No, you don't just sample me. See your muziki too.
Okay, should this man have a best friend girl?
Personally, I don't believe.
A girlfriend.
I don't believe you can be my girlfriend and Kazu is my best friend.
There's no way.
Should I, as a woman, make the first move and ask him out? And I would say, as a woman, don't make the first move. Allow him to make the first move. I feel like...
Yeah, because what they wrote is what time should someone date to get married? I would say 7 a.m.
Nothing past.
Right? Because the early bird catches the worm.
So as we were, this is who you introduce yourselves and what you do actually.
My name is Soila.
No.
What you do where?
With who?
With who?
And how?
And how?
And why?
And why? So my name is Soila. This is soilaandcurtis channel. We are content creators. This is my husband here. This is
The luckiest man on earth.
I don't do those things.
With that sweater.
I know.
Leave my sweater. This is the sweater. Mature men wear this sweater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True. Mature
Okay,
man.
nice sweater. Oh, them too very mature.
Aya.
I'm Kadzo. This is my husband. So introduce yourself.
Oh, you didn't say what you do?
What do you do, mother?
I'm a content creator, pastry chef, mother.
She do mother. She does mother.
Hey,
She do, man. What does? What she does?
She do.
What she does?
I'm a third of
Yes.
Mothers by Grace podcast.
Yeah.
What up? Me, I'm Eddie. Ed. I'm a breadwinner. I win the bread.
Wow.
And bring it home. Yeah, I'm a farmer and a techie that farms.
Nice.
And a DOG.
And a DOG. Woof.
Yeah, my name is McKenna
Favorite.
and this is my husband. And I do a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
You juggle a lot.
Hey, over to you, babe.
My name is her husband.
McKenna's husband.
That's your role.
Mr. McKenna.
McKenna.
My name is Hard. I am a creative. Yeah.
All right, guys. So there you have it. That's how they want you to know them. Let me tell you, if in a different context, they would have all introduced themselves differently. If you had shown them money, but since you've not shown them money, so we'll go with whatever.
Show me the
But so we
money.
have questions that we got from back then in the Desta University. We didn't get to answer everything, but we said we'll answer them online. And what a fun way to answer it with like-minded people. People are deep. People are have a lot to say. They've dated, all of them. They've been married.
We've been married.
We are still married.
Oh, they're still married.
It's okay. Is there like a...
And doing well.
Yes.
They're doing well.
After marriage, death.
Come on.
So, death to self. That's the next level. But anyway, we can start with McKenna's question.
First of all, it's important they know what we are doing in Daystar.
We were doing a conference.
Yeah, so we do
Not a
these
conference.
speaking engagements at Daystar University at the River. Finding the one, that's what we were talking about, and it was an evening event, so we didn't have as much time because we were finishing by what? 10:30, 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, so by the time we were finishing, we couldn't answer some of the questions that guys had written on
Also, it
some
had
papers,
started
so
raining.
it had also started raining.
Hey, what is happening on this con?
Yeah, so if you want to just have a sneak peek of how it was, check the description. We'll link a video to how everything was. But yeah, that's where the questions were coming from. So Soila, let's go.
McKenna, you start.
So, are we all answering?
Yeah, we'll all answer.
Okay. If the guy has a girlfriend and he poses me as his best friend, but he keeps giving me mixed signals, and I develop feelings for him. Then he changes and ghosts me. What do I do?
Ghosting
That's a whole movie.
The guy.
So the guy has a
So
girlfriend.
the guy has a girlfriend,
And this girl is the best friend.
and now the one who wrote
Wait.
this is being
best
posed as the best friend.
Okay.
But the guy keeps sending me
Mixed
signals.
signals,
He wants
and then she develops feeling for the best friend, and then he changes
And
and
ghosts
ghosts
her.
her. What should she do?
Ghost him back. Me, I'd like
Yeah,
go out. Me,
ghost
I'd
too.
say easily.
Bye.
Yeah, that's. I think for me that guy is not serious with you. I think he's
Complicated.
he's playing safe.
Yeah.
Probably he was playing safe in case he loses another girlfriend.
He jumps.
You
You were here,
yeah.
so don't. I'll tell you, there's nothing there. Just save yourself and
And how can she avoid that happening again?
exactly.
Yeah, I'd say the guy wasn't serious with both of them.
Yeah.
There's also
Oh,
that.
yeah,
It's
that-
true.
Has
Because
commitment issues.
I was actually going to say that I think a lot of people, especially in this day and age, are caught up in feelings.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, you have two people because feelings, feelings can develop easily for anyone, but commitment comes about making a choice. So yeah.
Somebody somewhere said that she is allowed to. So dating is not commitment. She was like, if I'm going out with Curtis, I'm going out with Edward, I'm going out with you, and I haven't committed to one of you, I'm allowed to take him for lunch, to take you for lunch and all that. Then courtship is when I've said, Curtis is the man I'm choosing to stick with. Like, am I allowed to take you lunch, take you without
Or
really-
sampling. Friendship.
Yes, like sampling. Am I allowed to? Are they allowed to do that?
Unless it's
That's a good
friendship.
question.
I think if you establish from the beginning, what is this where? Like we're
Yes.
getting to know
So-
each other
yes.
because you see,
Yes, I'm getting to know
because
you.
I can't
Commit.
meet Ethan and just go on a date with him and say this is the man for me. Of
Okay.
course, even by the time I was meeting Ethan, I was going on coffee dates and whatever.
Yes,
With
coffee
other
date
people.
was the word.
Yeah, he did.
You did.
And he had even more people he was sampling.
No, you don't just sample music. Sio muziki tu.
Oh my
No,
god!
but on a serious note, I
Yeah.
feel like it's how you get to know. It's how you get to know each other and even yourself.
But I think
Cause-
we need to be really clear on those lines.
And what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yes.
Are we in a relationship?
yeah.
Or are we
Or
sampling?
are we not?
Let's
Yeah.
not even call it dating.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, let's say
I like-
hands on.
honestly,
Getting
I
to
like
know each
I
other.
like what it's not bad to get to know someone as a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's friendship. You get to know that person, but you also have boundaries because you have to realize that even that stage needs to have boundaries so that you're not misleading the other party.
Yeah.
But
Because
by the time I'm taking you for lunch and I'm getting to know each other at the friend zone, does it mean you could be my potential?
Yeah.
Am
Yeah.
I revealing that to you that
No.
so it's a competition somewhere?
no.
But when I'm not taking you for coffee, you can't be a potential?
No, you see.
What are you saying? No.
Yeah.
If you're not, you're not.
So you
you
can
see,
just
first
be
of
a
all,
friend.
as a lady, I don't think you go saying, now I'm on a date with you, Eddie,
Yeah.
and you're one of two
Yeah,
for
you-
my this
yeah.
week.
I
And
don't
then-
tell you there are people that I'm dating.
Yeah. you
But is that not sending mixed signals? By the time you,
No.
let's say for example, you are sampling other women, you take me for a date.
Yeah.
I think how I
Soila.
never
But
did
why are we
that.
calling
You
it
see,
sampling?
Yeah.
Sampling is bad, first of
It's
all.
Yeah.
sampling because your
If-
friend.
if
your-
I'm taking
it's
you-
an
Quality
exam.
survey.
It's quality survey.
Quality
It's quality survey.
Susikie.
sampling is
That's just wrong.
Just surveying the quality.
If I'm taking you out
Hey.
on a dinner date,
Yeah.
nakupeleka out on a dinner
And
date,
you're not-
we are not in a relationship.
Yeah,
yeah.
I have to hug mom.
Not now, Remani. Go back. If I take Soila out now to date, we're not in a relationship. I'm not. Of course, I'm not telling you. At by the you know there are other women that I'm also taking out.
Yeah.
on a date. So just chill
Kesho
until,
napeleka cake
chill
for
until I
lunch.
find out who the right one is. I've just said, can I take you out for
Yeah,
dinner?
so that I
Simple.
get to know you.
So when
Now it is wrong for you to jump into conclusions and start thinking, I'm the girlfriend
You're-
because nimekupeleka
yeah,
dinner.
okay.
I think it depends though.
I get.
Of course not girlfriend, but interest would be implied because
Yeah, interest would be
culture.
implied.
I
Culture.
think we need to be aware of the culture, the context of culture. Where
Because
Our culture when we were doing it, now.
Yeah,
Has
but
it
then-
Even
changed?
when we were
Yeah.
doing it, I know
Has it changed?
It has changed.
It has
Yeah.
changed. So now they just survey and
Exactly, quantity
Okay,
survey.
exactly.
I think if you're clear from the beginning You see, for example, mixed signals for me would be like maybe like
I
don't
like
know
you want
what.
us
Yeah.
to be more.
Yes,
and then-
You know,
like
like,
I'm telling you
going
things
the extra
that I should not
mile.
be telling someone else.
Exactly. But you
Yeah.
see, if we're getting to know each other and I'm just asking you like, so what are you up to? What are your goals? You know, like natural, like how friendships
Conversations,
grow,
yeah.
how
Yeah,
you
like-
and I would talk.
Okay, should this man have a best friend girl?
Personally, I don't
Kako na
believe.
girlfriend.
I don't believe you can be my girlfriend and Kazu is my best friend.
There's no way.
Personally, I
You
don't
think so?
believe
That's
that's
never
You
worked.
personal, even you, if you hear there's a lady right now
Yeah.
trying to talk to Curtis too
As
much.
his best friend. I'm calling my best friend. I'm
Or
going with my
trying
best
to,
friend.
or even just trying to talk to. If let's say there's a chick who's called Curtis 3 times this week.
Okay.
You felt that one. You're like, no, nobody's not
Maybe
calling
hit
him.
him.
You consider that one for female, but
Yeah.
opposite gender best friends? I
No,
don't think
you
do.
don't
don't
count
think
them.
But,
They
but
don't
I'm
want-
also curious. Why have a best friend and a girlfriend? You date the best friend.
Yeah.
That's
Because
Like
clearly
that.
there's
Yeah,
chemistry right
yeah,
there. The
that's
fact that your best
Oh, but
friends,
they
you have
said,
those.
but they
in
said
the
best
jokes.
friends don't make the best girlfriends.
says
No, I'm just saying, in this
Yeah.
context,
Yeah.
in this context,
Yeah.
That's
like,
a lie.
basically, there are things that you guys get along with.
It's true. Yeah, who's going next? Who's reading? You guys will have 2 questions. One of you.
All right, sorry. Okay, go. When is the right time for people in a relationship to become intimate in terms of sexual activity?
After you're married.
Yeah. That's a no-brainer.
Marriage.
Once you
Ukishasikia tu I do, tear it up.
Bas.
Okay, wait, probably,
With your eyes.
probably,
Like
yeah.
there with your eyes. Then
Probably get to the hotel.
yeah.
Yeah.
First things first, eh?
Yeah.
First things
Get to the
first.
hotel.
The best thing is
Make sure you've paid for the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sweetie, I have seen
Can I
people
ask-
say, you can also ask that I kiss my girlfriend, like
Yeah.
they greet like that. Like this generation is
On the
doing
lips?
things differently. Yes, on the
Okay.
lips. Even I don't know if they do the long kissing, but I've also seen Christians doing that, and they say it's nothing, you know.
It's not a big
Paul
deal.
told
It's
them
no
greet
big
each
deal.
other with holy kisses.
Yeah.
But what I think, kissing in itself, of course, the type of kiss has to be defined here.
Yeah, not French.
Okay. You know how mamas meet.
Yeah.
Those ones for each side. But I don't think that's the kiss they are talking about here.
Yeah, of course. She said intimacy.
Yeah.
Or
of
he.
sexual activity, yeah.
She said, "Oh, sexual activities. There's no
I
sexual
know. I
activity."
remember when we were growing, like when we were in that stage of dating, there used to be a question that used to come up a lot. How far is too far?
Yes, how far is
So-
too-
As long as you're getting turned on,
Yeah.
that's too far.
that you're already far.
Especially if
And
you're
not even, it doesn't have
especially
to be
if you're a
physical, even
believer.
mental.
Even mentally, yeah.
Because you know, if you're not a believer, anyway.
But
As,
surely-
as our baseline is
Purity.
Purity
Sexual
and God.
purity.
But you
honestly,
see-
if you love the person, you'll be excited by them.
But that's where you show that you have self-control.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing
And,
wrong
and
with
it has
feeling
nothing to do
excited
with
about
whether you're a
something, it's
believer or
about how
not.
you
The consequences for impurity hits everybody,
cut through the line.
whether you're a believer or not. So it's not really, oh, I'm a believer, so I'll do this. I'm not, I will not.
So the answer is don't until marriage.
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
safer that way.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
best
true.
like that.
What if
That's-
she'll be disappointed in marriage?
Like what?
it's
You
see
see,
you
you
are,
don't
how,
like that
how will you be
solution.
disappointed?
Test
at
the
life?
driving.
That's what they say.
I think you'd only be disappointed if you've already sampled quite a bit. All right. This question comes from a blue paper.
Babe.
Oh, God.
When is the right time to pop the question?
Papa, the question.
To the question.
When did you know it's right time to propose to?
Yeah, tell us.
What question?
I knew.
Will you marry
Both
me? And
girlfriend and even
Let
marry
me,
me.
Let me start with. By the time I was dating McKenna, I knew I was going to marry.
Yeah. See,
That was the goal.
that's the same.
So
Well,
Can I-
about right time,
Cosine.
it was just from the beginning, and then the actual time was a couple of.
And
what made you? What
How did you know she was the one?
Yeah,
How do you know she's the one?
yeah, she's the one.
Look at her.
Good answer.
Okay, so you just help people out there.
Wasaidia. Look at her. Kama utaenda hapo,
Aje kuflex hapa hivi.
Utawasaidii mtu.
Niliambiwa look at her.
At least in our context, it's something that I took time to also pray.
Yeah.
Pray to God about, hear from God. had a lot of conversations with her about it.
Yeah.
Who else did I talk to? Well, actually, it was just that.
'Cause
So
you need
how
to
did you know,
if the
like,
person's ready.
I'm going to propose this time?
Do you know, actually, fun fact, even before you get there, fun fact, it was harder to ask you out than it was to ask you to marry me.
Oh.
To ask her
Yeah.
to be your girlfriend.
Oh, 'cause
Because
you thought
I knew
I'd
by
say
the
no.
time I'm asking this chick out, I'm not changing.
It's all the way to the end.
You get? So that was the harder one, at least
Done.
for me. By the time I was thinking about asking her out, I had not dated for 3 years, intentionally.
Oh wow.
Intentionally. I came to God and I'm like, I'm not messing around. The next person that I will date, I will marry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That worked for you. You know me, I said that
did,
also.
yeah.
After the relationship, before I got Soila, I was like, God, I want to deal with myself. I have issues, clearly, from my past relationships. I want you to help me. This period, you're helping me for 3 years. Not dating anyone. That's I saw her, she confused me. But now,
But what qualities would you help another man
To know that it's time.
Yeah, that it's time. Even in a woman, not at some of those.
The right time.
Yes.
yeah,
The
the right
right
time.
time
So
or the
for
right
me, I would
person.
say,
Both right time, right person, because I think they work concurrently.
I think that's a good question because I couldn't. Sorry, Amma, do you want to go?
of course, I want to go.
Okay.
I would say compatibility in values. That's very important. Do you guys have the same values?
Yeah.
Do you have the same perception about marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, I started talking to Soila about marriage before I even asked her out to be
Your
my
girlfriend,
girlfriend.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tulianza tu kitu na marriage conversations because I wanted to know, should I invest in this, should I not? So are we compatible in terms of marriage perceptions, values? Do we share the same values? And for me, something that is very important is, are we friends?
Yeah.
You know, are we friends? Because I want to know you're my friend before I can marry you.
Yeah.
So of course there are many other indicators and they'll be different from different people, but for me those are the big three.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting because I was just going to say the same thing. It's you have to know that you're on the same
Page.
the same page. Which I'm starting to think maybe because even Eddie agrees that before that's something we're finding in common here. Before we both all asked the people that stood in front of us out, we knew these are the girls we're going to marry. So it was in our minds, like you have to have gotten to the place where you've worked on yourself enough to know that I'm not choosing another girl if it's not all the way to the And actually, McKenna and I said that to each other. It's either marriage or we just end this right here right now.
Yeah. Okay. I can probably go. Should I, as a woman, make the first move and ask him out? I'm telling you, this generation is different. I would say, as a woman, don't make the first move. Allow him
Why?
to make the first move.
I feel like
Yeah.
Unamlima Kena amekuangalia.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
that.
she made the move. She did
Yeah,
it.
she
Never did.
There's some. I don't know if I heard someone saying it or there was a charis. I don't know, but they're saying that if you make the first move, sometimes you'll find yourself always making that move. Oh, we're dating. Oh, should you get married now? So are you going to ask him out?
Yeah.
Are you going to propose to marry him?
That
Are you going
means-
to?
No, that may think that definitely means that you're just definitely not with the right man.
Exactly. I think also you are insisting on a relationship or the first move, yet you don't know why this man is delaying to ask you out. So he might have probably, I'm just assuming, thinking the best for this young man somewhere. He has some things, qualities that probably is not happy with you. Or also he has some challenges with himself. He's not ready to commit to a relationship. So as men called to be leaders, if you take that position of the leader and ask him out, you've already robbed him of a responsibility that
That
should
he's
be
supposed
his.
to take, yes.
So I think it should be a man's
Place.
place to guide and lead the relationship.
Guide
The same
and lead
way,
the relationship.
where are we going with this relationship? Or define
Vision.
this thing.
The
So we are
vision
friends
of
for
it.
so long. Ask the man, define this. Is this a relationship?
Yeah.
Are we committing to
Yeah.
one another? Or are we just being friends? And in case I get somebody else, I can hang out with them and you vice versa. So I think it's a reserve for men to ask and women, I know we are so woke, and I know women who've gone down, even not, this is not even girlfriend, this is to ask as a girlfriend. Women have asked men to be their husbands, like with a ring and everything.
And go down on their knees.
Cringe-worthy! Me, I'm not for that.
But also,
it's
just, I
actually-
agree with you, but I'm just thinking. So assume this lady has had this guy, like they've been in a relationship and they talked about it and they knew that they were getting married, blah blah blah. But this man is not asking, so she should just wait.
I think
I
that
think
there are
it's,
questions
you
to
can
probe.
have the questions for
There's a,
where
there's a leading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
I see.
actually, I like what she said. It's
Yeah.
actually brought around something I had a bishop say, and I've heard it also another pastor say, that for the woman, for you, it's to present yourself. Like,
Makes sense.
Has
Yeah,
a living
attractive.
sacrifice.
I was waiting. Someone had to say that.
it's to present yourself. Like, I'm not saying that just throw yourself onto the guy, but
Yeah.
like, kuwa tu.
Mi niko tu.
Tokelezea,
Just
kucheki.
that's over around.
So it's not wrong to
Tokelezea,
ask.
kucheki.
No, I think it's
Probe.
I think
like
it's
where
probing,
Because you
where
see, you also don't want to be wasted time.
Yeah.
don't
exactly.
date me for 7 years.
Yeah,
Mommy, dating for
exactly.
7 years.
Not even
Exactly.
date up or yes, you date you don't keep me around
For 7 years, I'm growing old, you're growing old.
time.
We are out of this dating pool. If you're to drop me like a hot potato, where am I starting again? You know. So I think it's for as women we can continuously ask,
Okay.
what are we doing? The same way when we are married
Where are we
and we
going?
are considering to let's say invest. Me and
Yeah.
Rob Curtis, what are your thoughts in investments? You know, what do you want? You want to hug me? Oh yeah, finish
Yeah,
hugging
hug
me,
mommy and then you go.
you go. Okay? Yeah. Are you happy now? Okay.
High five. See
You
you
wanna
later.
go to bed? Go to sleep.
After keeping,
Okay. It's okay, just go.
Manda nami.
In the beginning.
After you eat raspberry?
Me as me,
Remember,
I,
I'll see you later.
I will bring for you.
Yeah.
Be
me
patient.
as I am.
Yeah, so we'll have more tea after this, but
So
yeah.
tumemaliza your point, ama?
Unless you guys have something else to add.
No,
Edward.
you spoke.
If I asked you,
Uh-huh.
how do you feel? Like, will you be
But
my
then do you think
boyfriend?
men like to be asked out?
I think that those who are
I'll be
really
very
turned off-
uncomfortable.
I'll be very uncomfortable.
Would you say no?
Will you be my boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay. Would you
Because
say
you
no?
already
Say
been
yes.
past, yeah.
You better say yes.
It's just that thing for leadership and guidance. They're the roles that are sort of set out.
Yeah.
Does it bring you joy to ask someone to be?
Kind of does,
Yes.
especially
Yeah.
What I would say is,
Yeah.
as a man who is serious and I know where I'm going,
I'll ask you.
if I see a woman who I think is worth it,
Yeah.
I will not waste time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will ask her very quickly.
you want to go on this
So,
journey.
But are you
actually, what
thinking
you said,
about?
Guys, you guys have asked the same question. Do you wanna
even
go on
if
this
even
journey
if
with
even
me?
if
Yeah.
I'm taking time to get to know her, it will be very explicit that I'm interested.
Yeah.
So I may not ask her the first time we've
Yeah.
met, but as we build time to become friends and all that, it will be very explicit that I'm feeling very strong.
But
for her.
it brings you joy.
It
asking the
brings,
question.
It does.
yeah.
Actually, it
That's
does.
interesting.
does.
Nasikia raha kwa roho.
Hata wewe unasikia raha kwa
I mean,
roho
it's not
kuulizwa.
easy.
Hey!
It feels nice to be
It's
asked.
not
You feel
easy,
shy?
but it's definitely something that kind of gives you a reward.
Yeah.
Just putting your hata kama utakuwa turned down, there's a
You did what you had to do.
Did you ask her if she was ready to be pregnant, to have a child?
Oh yeah, it took a while. Okay, because our story is a bit unique.
Yeah, but did you ask her,
We
are you
had the
ready?
conversation. Yeah, even now I still ask.
Because children, that's something.
It's the same thing. Like
Yeah.
it's something to
unless
discuss.
ni oops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm
Funny,
thinking
even
if
in
we're the
children now,
carriers.
you can't ask.
No. Because I mean, if the man is ready,
Uh-huh.
you know, they can easily. I thought if women are ready, men are ready to have children. No.
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 Oh really?
Children is a conversation
we
we
are the
sit down and
carriers.
decide when do we
No,
want
in
to
as
have
much as you're the carriers, there's still the burden that comes.
Yes,
With
the
the-
financial planning, the mental state,
Oh, me, I thought
the
it's
jobs
us to
you are
decide.
doing, can they handle that?
The emotions
but
of your
most of
wife.
the times people wait for the lady, right?
To be ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
as
more.
in-
It's
It
easier
carries
that way.
more weight
Yeah.
for the lady to be prepared
Yeah.
than if the man says, "Me, I'm ready."
Oh,
Yeah.
You get
yeah.
it carries
Makes sense.
more weight for
Yeah.
the lady.
Yeah.
My
Makes
question is,
sense.
did Kadzo yours? Yako ni mrefu.
I always feel like I am unlucky in love. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
the boys are either no longer the vibe I once knew. It's either I just go and they find someone prettier. How do I go through this?
You're pretty, first of all.
Yeah.
Let's
Tell
start
her,
there.
Ethan.
I think
I don't
yeah,
think I don't think they find someone prettier. I think she feels.
like
Yeah.
they are pretty.
Yeah, like
That
the other
she-
thing.
There might
that
be.
she's
I
not
feel like
pretty.
there might be. Kwanza ipatia he
Unlucky.
no they are either no longer the vibe I once knew. It could also mean maybe she may be coming out a bit strong because of that.
There's an expectation of men she used to have.
Yeah, and just feeling that I'm not lucky with guys when it comes to dating. I'm just hitting a wall. So maybe you feel like you keep pushing, and then now it also turns people off.
You know what
So-
I think? If you don't, let me just go this one.
So him.
Go,
So
Ethan.
first of all, one of the things that I've realized from that, she's dealing with a lot of lack of self-esteem.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
Huh?
it's
Yeah.
lack of self-esteem.
Lack of
Yeah.
self-esteem.
Lack
dealing
of
with-
self-esteem.
she's lacking self.
Okay, low self-esteem.
Low.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
she has low self.
Yeah, because
It wasn't hitting the ear, right?
Esteem, you see,
Let me see
self-esteem
the
could
question.
be high, could be low.
Yeah.
It's not at I'm dealing with self-esteem. What? You're dealing with self-esteem.
That's why it's low self-esteem, babe, not lack of self-esteem.
And you have no self-esteem.
Okay, yeah.
She hasn't. She's
She
not
has,
loved herself
and
enough.
I'm saying this because I know how, especially at this age,
Yeah.
it's very easy. A
Yeah,
lot of
it's
people in
true.
that age bracket deal with this a lot. So my first advice or how I'd first respond is first see yourself as pretty. Like start
Be
learning
secure.
how to appreciate
Love
yourself
yourself.
in who you are. You don't need to look like someone else to look pretty.
Yeah.
You don't need to be accepted by another guy to look pretty. You are. You start with that, then you even begin to attract people that find
You
you
pretty.
as yourself
Yeah.
pretty. And then that's when the vibe you're saying you're missing out, you will see it then.
Yeah.
I think I see. Let me see that question again. There are three
I was
things.
making a love heart.
Wow.
For me, there are three things. There's actually the guys are no longer the vibe.
Yeah.
So they used to be the
There
vibe.
used to be something.
Yeah.
So when you mess up my expectation, so there's a bit where she got to like, I thought it was like this, but it really isn't, and I'm not willing to compromise on that. So I'm out. And she says that over here where she says,
She either goes.
I either just go
Yeah.
or they find someone prettier. And not to be harsh, but those are the only options that exist. If something
they
doesn't
in or
fit,
out.
yeah, it's in or out. But when you're coming to a point where you're talking about long-term relationships and long-term relationship being marriage, not everything about your partner
Yeah.
will be to your liking. And guess what? Not everything about you
Yeah,
will
it's-
be
Yes,
it's
to
not
their
to their
liking.
liking.
And I
It's not
think-
to their liking. So that's the muscle that perhaps we need to start looking at
Yeah.
and building that muscle. And what you said plays into it because she needs to put in herself in a position where she's proud of herself.
Yeah.
And when a dude comes and they get into that long-term kind of relationship, and the things that are not the most likable start to appear, it
Yeah.
becomes things that they work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get, it's not things to be like, I'm done, I'm out.
Because
Yeah.
those are the things that actually make, and make, I hope I'm
Make
not
a
preempting
relationship
this,
spicy.
insecure. Like, makes a lady insecure because they're like, maybe he did this because he didn't find me this attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
One more thing.
I
I'll
think
finish first. One more
it's-
thing, but
it's-
first finish. One more thing.
Actually, that's
There is nothing like luck in love. It's work.
Unlucky in love.
Yeah, there's no luck.
There's no luck.
There's no being lucky or unlucky. It is work.
Don't you think people say you are
Effort.
lucky to get this type of man?
Effort. Even that type of man has their issues.
Yeah.
Even
right,
that
it's
type
true.
of woman has their issues.
And you get you see levels of the issues.
Once
As
you get
you-
married.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
when you're married, like Juzi was having a conversation with Kina Washo, and we're just talking about can we stay, and I'm like, me honestly, sometimes I think if I was in one, and then I see, let's say those small two things that Ed does
Argue
that
about your
really
husband.
just
They're like, I'm
irritate me. I'm like, me ningepack bags niende. I'm
There's
like,
no commitment here.
yeah. So
Interesting.
I wanted to say, as much as she might look at it as a loss, it might not be a loss. Because I'm sure some of us, like me, I've been in enough relationships to be like, thank God it didn't work.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
she might look at it as, this guy went to be with that chick, but it could be a win.
Yeah.
So,
Very true.
yeah.
All right. So,
Charis.
I hope we've answered
what
that.
time should someone date to get married?
What time?
Period. I think time period.
Yeah, I think what the
Okay.
person meant is how long
Oh.
should someone date before they get married?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what they wrote is what time should someone date to get married? I would say 7 a.m.
Nothing passed.
Right? Because the early bird catches the worm.
No.
But I think what the question meant is what time period should someone date
Yeah.
before they get married?
I think it just varies in terms of maturity. Because you guys, how long did you date before you got married?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
You guys dated for 4 years. You guys?
Two.
You guys?
A year.
You
You
guys.
We were immature like that.
I think one total.
But you're both in campo.
I don't
okay.
think there's a time
Because
frame.
I know,
I don't- there's no
yeah,
time
there's
frame.
no, because there are guys who've dated for 6 months, got married.
Yeah.
And then also,
That's
like,
true.
there are those people who are older who.
And then let's even throw a spanner in the works.
Throw it.
There are those who have come from arranged marriages. They didn't even date. The families just brought them together.
They met at the airport and they got
and
married.
they've been married for years.
It's what Kadzo has said, the
So-
age of responsibility.
Exactly.
At the point
Are you
whereby
mature
you
enough
to carry
to
responsibility.
handle the
Yeah, and
burden of
handle
marriage?
each other.
Yes, the responsibility that comes with marriage, the responsibility that comes with having a different and another person in your
your
house.
house.
Without and responsibility is really maturity.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things that you just can't pack your bags and walk out of your husband's house because uliambiwa
Ushauti wangu.
hiyo shauti yangu. Okay, there's no
Mimi
shouting.
baby girl.
Hatushautia. Okay, there's no shouting in marriage.
Usilia
Hatushautia
hapa.
rangi.
It's okay. babe.
Yeah, so
Ama toothpaste.
ukinishautia mimi naenda.
Ama una need your toothpaste.
Yes,
Unapigwa
those things
makelele
used to
juu ya
ghost each
toothpaste.
other when we were dating because he did something.
Yeah, it's
You know now marriage calls for a next level of maturity.
Yeah.
You have to have the conversation if
Yeah.
if you're unhappy with a particular
Something.
thing. So it's not walking out. That's a level of maturity and responsibility that it takes to say, I think we can get into marriage. You know? And also you just don't decide, the two of you, find counsel from another person. Ask them, do you think with how we are, do you think we can handle marriage?
Yeah.
Because it's like parenting, you never know what it is inside there until you
Till you
get into it.
Right.
So that's it. Have different people give you
That comes-
people who are, you know,
Mature
mature
enough.
enough and
Yeah.
That
sober.
have probably gone ahead of you.
Yeah,
Something
especially
like
that.
Yeah, especially that. So yeah, who else? Edward, your question.
Right. You think you found the one, but then something happens and it's like you're non-negotiable. Let's say he or she is dishonest and that was it. What do you do? Does it mean the end?
I think
an
kwanza hiyo
interesting
dishonesty.
No, it's the whole idea around something that's
Your
non-negotiable.
non-negotiable
Yeah.
has been.
Yeah, it's
Broken.
been
A trust
yeah.
has been broken. I don't think it's the same. I don't think the first move is to break up the
To end it.
relationship. I
Yeah.
think it's to have the conversation to understand where
Why?
did this
I
come from.
want to kiss your mom.
Okay. Mwah. Thank you.
my man. Mr. Stereo Girl. That's him. Okay, just box when you're
She can't even
we'll zoom
say
into
no.
that moment. And the facial, like, try that when she's shooting next
I
time.
want to kiss you. Eh?
You want to kiss him?
Even if I want to kiss you.
Okay.
Mwah.
Kiss him on the mouth.
I think we should have the conversation. It's the same way, even in marriage. God forbid your husband cheats. Do you now go
Just
for a
end it
divorce?
there.
You know, let's have a conversation. What led to this? Why did you become dishonest? Did I, like just have the conversation? And then for me, I think the moment to end a relationship is when there's a serial breaking of this trust. You are serial liar.
Yeah.
And then you have an excuse for doing it. So I think
You
it's
don't even own up to
you
your.
don't even own up to
Yeah.
it. You
No
always play
responsibility,
victim here.
Yeah.
So I think I'm on too. Where let's close our bags and leave.
Swim, right?
But the first time, let's have the conversations of what happened, because we are all flawed human beings.
Yeah.
As you say, that those things we like about each other, and that those things we tolerate.
I think I keep thinking about how, like, don't be rigid,
Yeah.
because in relationships there are a lot of things that
You'll have to
endure
compromise.
and compromise, and once or twice the ball will drop and it will drop badly,
Yeah.
and it's how you recover from that will determine
Exactly.
Everything.
I like that.
Yeah.
If the relationship should be based on purpose, where does love play the part?
It's a deep one, yeah?
but
Come
isn't
on.
love the basis of purpose?
If the relationship is based on purpose, where does
It's a
love
foundation,
Play.
Play its part.
play?
not a phileo, agape.
The love of God.
I don't know if you guys as married people can agree with me that sometimes it is not love that has taken you through certain seasons. It is knowledge. It is sacrifice. It is the vision of where your marriage is supposed to be. But then again, someone can ask, is in sacrifice love?
I was actually
think
gonna
it
ask
is.
that.
Is it vision
I was gonna
love?
ask.
Yeah.
It's a minimalized understanding of love.
Yeah.
You just think it's a feeling, you know.
But
Yeah.
it's not.
It's like
Love is a
all
choice.
everything you've talked
Yeah.
about, every question you've asked, there is a
Love.
Is a
It's an
Based on
expression.
love.
yeah,
Expression
it's
of love.
it's literally almost like a fruit of love. It's like because of the choice of love, there are some things that
can
have been
sacrifice.
birthed in you that you're able to carry a relationship to even into marriage and all those things and stuff like that.
Then I think going with your answer, we have to describe what love is.
Yeah.
Because to some people, love is just feeling warm, fuzzy feelings.
Filanga.
That's
No,
like
that's like
I feel
No,
like
no, no. To some people, that's actually love.
Yeah.
But you know,
I love him so
because I think there are times in a relationship you feel like you love your spouse but you don't like them.
Yeah. I don't like you now.
It's like, I'm not liking you right now, or
Yeah.
this period just feel like I don't really
Even
like
that time
you.
when you move to the other bedroom, you know you love him. You're
Yeah,
just like,
but you just don't like them.
I don't like them at that
I want
particular
to see your
time.
face right now.
I don't want to see you. Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah. So,
I think, what is purpose?
Hey.
purpose, I think.
Supposed to.
Wacha Soila apige.
Soila bigger. I think, first of all, purpose is bigger than the both of you.
Yeah.
Purpose is, I want to say, your God-given assignment. Not that there's an end to it. Purpose is a baton that is passed from generations to generations.
Yeah.
There's your part to play, and then there's somebody else's part to play. That's why we raise our children the way we do. There's a place we'll get to, and we're like, from here henceforth, there's a way I stewarded you because of purpose that probably God had for you, you know? So I think there are assignments that we have as believers, even as human beings, here on earth that depict of who Christ is. If you are to say Christ fulfilled his purpose, what was his purpose here on earth? Was it not to die for us as sinners so that we may live a free life? That was just one of it.
Bring us closer.
You see? So that's it. So what have you been brought here to fulfill
Yeah.
as a human being?
That will influence and benefit people
Yes,
way
it's not
beyond
yours.
your lifetime.
Purpose is not yours. It's for society. It's for generations to come.
And I think also now
Bring God glory.
when people in a relationship understand that
Yeah.
that it's not for you, it's not love that keeps you there.
Yeah.
Love is great.
Yeah.
And you know, of course, and also God is love and
Yeah.
purpose
Yeah, love
is
the
God.
feeling.
It's God.
So like all of these things are intertwined, but I feel like if you understand, and that's why we're dying to self.
Yeah.
I feel like when you were in a relationship, there are a lot of things you died to and also died to yourself.
Yeah.
You got married, there are things so it's because of this purpose, because God is enabling you to achieve this purpose.
Yeah.
So there are things you have to shed off. So it's not, I'm not married to Ethan because I love him. I love him.
But that's not
But
why.
not the
that's,
feeling.
yeah, it's
yeah.
not what's
yeah.
keeping us strong and keeping us
Yeah.
even to achieve that
Something
purpose.
greater than the both of you.
I want to now bring it to him, because if someone else is watching and that's the question they're asking themselves, in the basis of relationship,
Yeah.
what does
Yeah.
it mean
To
to be in a
purpose.
relationship because of purpose?
Purpose.
Yeah.
so that we can be able to
Digest
okay,
it, bring
love
it.
can be a function
Yeah.
of purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question. Because this person is asking this question in the context of relationship, not
Yeah.
marriage.
Yeah.
So is it possible to discern purpose in a relationship before you actually get married?
Is it relationship outside marriage?
No, outside
The
marriage.
relationship with the intention of getting married.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think you can, the same way we haven't fully understood purpose.
it.
We
Maybe
with every obedience, there's a new revelation.
Exactly.
So I think with every, also there's a fragment, because why did you, I know we didn't fully understand our purpose by the time you're asking me to marry you, but we knew there's something greater than us waiting for us in marriage.
Yeah.
And the only thing that you could articulate was a vision of how you want us to carry this marriage. You know, that's the only thing you could articulate. And even in our limited articulation of vision and purpose, somehow that's the little we hold on to.
Yeah.
In obeying the little that you can hold on to, then God continuously reveals. So I think it's just an unpacking and an unraveling with every obedience. Even you who's going into a relationship, the little that you have understood about where you want to go and having somebody else on board as your helper and where you guys want to go, that in itself is a fragment of a vision.
Mom,
Yes.
I want to just keep quiet here.
Yeah, come and keep quiet. Those people are boring you.
That's fine.
But yeah. That's what I usually say for somebody who's dating.
I think a critical component of understanding what purpose is in the context of relationship is derived from understanding your own identity
Who are you?
and whom God has called and equipped you to be for his glory, such that when both of you come together, not only are you guys coming together for the sake of purpose, but your equipping includes the characteristics or the character of love, patience, forbearance, and all that. It is complementary, whereby it is uncompetitive, right? So purpose is love is part and parcel of the journey of the relationship to purpose, to achieve purpose, and that comes from understanding your identity as defined and equipped in God. So there is, in my opinion, there's no room to separate. Say, okay, love is for that side and purpose is for that side. There is that equipping. It comes all part and parcel.
So it's two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, it's the whole thing together. So love definitely will have its part, but it's not the only part. It's not the only
a
equipping
driver.
that you have.
It's a part of the purpose.
Yes, it's all encompassing.
It's very
Because
important
you know,
to love.
to someone who's dating or in that stage, they might be like, so I have to feel purpose for you to be able to.
No.
So like there has to be things like
Don't feel pressure to be deep
you have to
before you get married.
exactly.
Or get into a relationship. Yeah.
So, because I think love is important. Why?
It's very
Because you can
important.
easily tolerate somebody you love. Sometimes, particularly in the beginning, if you dislike someone and then you're like, we are going to be together, there are certain things you wouldn't even entertain.
Love covers.
Covers a multitude. Oh, nice. Love covers a multitude of sins.
Yes.
That's it. Wow.
All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, especially the guys who wrote these questions. We don't know you. I think one of the papers had a phone number. But I'm sure it has helped even the people who are not necessarily in Daystar. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell them about the YouTube algorithm, what they need to do.
To like, share, comment, so that YouTube shares that video.
And if you like it so much, there'll be the Q&A squad.
Yeah.
We'll always have them.
And then a curious question that I have. So 42,000 of you who are following soilaandcurtis on YouTube, why don't you just take that following to Instagram also?
It doesn't work like that. They are not the same people.
Shida iko wapi surely? Because there are short videos that will have this content, and it's too short. We can't put it on YouTube. Yeah. But anyway, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate it.
And follow you on Instagram.
And
Bye.
follow us on Instagram.
Bye.
Remani, you are blocking me, surely.
Tell people to subscribe.
So,
Say subscribe.
bye guys. Cheers. Remani,
Bye.
go touch the lens. Go touch the lens. Go put your hand on the lens. Go cover the lens. No, the lens is that one.
There.
All right.
Awesome.
Ivan.
Awesome.
Ai, ni kwenda.
Kunywa chai, John, umekunywa chai.